everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm Angela and this is my little dog Max. Do you want to say hello to the booktubers of the world? Was that a yes? As he burps right in my face. He also keeps giving me this toy, so he's probably going to keep trying to play fetch throughout today's video. So there will be some squeaky noises in the background probably. For today's video, I'm going to be doing the Reader Problems book tag. I saw Katytastic do this tag a long time ago, and I couldn't help but think there really are problems only fellow readers understand. There are the periodic readers who pick up a New York Times bestseller from time to time, and then there are the people like me who read 5 books a week. I cherish my reading problems. Question 1. You have 20,000 books on your to-be-read list. How in the world do you decide what to read next? For me, my mood is a really big factor when it comes to selecting a book. If I'm not having the best of days, I'm probably not about to go pick up this gritty, gripping murder mystery thriller. I will want something more uplifting and lighthearted. I really do feel as if my mood is the biggest influencer, but sometimes there are those special occasions when I've been waiting for a book to be published, in which case I am reading that the second I get my hands on it. Question number 2. You are halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit? Or are you committed? Even if I'm only a quarter of the way in and I realize I do not like the book, I will always try and finish it. I'm not really the most optimistic person, but I always hold out this hope that it will somehow get better. Even if the book is just awful, I always hold on to this little hope inside of me. Most of the time my instincts and my brain know that it just won't get better, but I always hold out a little bit of hope. I have this little voice that always says, oh well, maybe the ending will be great, or there'll be a nice line of dialogue that makes you laugh. It's just how I am when I'm reading. I genuinely want books to be well written, so I always give them the benefit of the doubt. And at that point in the narrative, if I'm halfway through, I always feel as if you invested this amount of time, you might as well see how it ends. And I really do buy pretty much all of the books that I read. I have this urge to make the most out of my reading experience, so I don't feel as if I wasted my money. Question 3. The end of the year is coming, and you're so close, but so far away on your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try and catch up, and how? I don't mean to sound boastful, but I have not had that problem. I have always exceeded my goal when it came to my Goodreads reading challenge. I forget off the top of my head how many books I wanted to read in 2016. I think it was 100 and I read 113 or 114. I also did not count any books I read for school, in which case my number would have been probably 150 or 160. For 2017, I pledged to read 150 books, and by May, I was already about 70% of the way there. Question number 4. The covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? Do you mean like having all paperbacks in a series until one hard copy comes along? I hide these mismatched books on the bottom row of my bookcase. Right down here where they are not eye level and I do not have to see, they don't match. I loathe it when covers in a series don't match. Question number 5. Everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over your shared feelings? I am sure I'm going to get a comment down below for this, but I just don't trash talk books. If I don't like a book, I won't talk about it. Unless I'm talking to this little guy, of course. Because I tell him everything. He's my little confidant. Yes, you are. When it comes to my life, he is all-knowing. Yet, he cannot tell a soul. I just love him. In all seriousness though, unless there's something very specific in the book that genuinely infuriates me, I probably won't talk about it. Since I am such an avid reader, I'll just move on to my next read. Again, I'm going to be very optimistic over here, but if a lot of people genuinely enjoy a book, it can't be all bad. Or in the very least, it addresses something that should have life breathed into it. I won't find fault with that desire. Question number 6. You're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal? This has actually happened to me before on more than one occasion. I remember when I was in high school, I was in the library reading and I was about to start crying. There were a couple of students who then just stared at me. The librarian was looking where the students were looking, and so then she saw me crying. And we are not talking hyperventilating, full on, cannot breathe crying. I just had a couple of glistening tears. So she came over to where I was sitting, leaned forward, and very sweetly asked if I was okay. So as this awkward, uncomfortable high schooler, I just look up and go, I have this test next period I'm really stressing out about. It's really important I do well. And then for the next week or so, they were on eggshells around me. Now I just claim that I have allergies. And in the middle of winter, I simply claim the cold air has dried out my eyes. So I have 2 little white lies that I tell. Because I do not want to talk about the book or my feelings about the book with some stranger. Question number 7. A sequel of a book you loved just came out. but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel? Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try and find a synopsis on Goodreads, or cry in frustration? It takes a lot for me to really love a book, but if I have those feelings, I will remember the story because I don't have that really deep reaction that often. If it's a series I liked and I just want to keep going with it, I'll probably just find a summary to refresh my memory. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day. And we will see you with a brand new post very soon.